Welcome to the Den of Discussion. I'm your host, Douglas Robbins. Dogma. When we hear about the word dogma, we often think of religion and adhering to certain rules and regulations within that. And if you follow that, then you'll be saved or approved upon by God or people in your congregation, etc. You'll be welcomed, you'll be accepted. But when you reject dogma and you question dogma, many religions don't want you to question and just accept it. Oh, that's God's word. Is it God's word? But I want to speak on a broader spectrum about this idea of dogma that we all kind of get trapped within. Sometimes it's religion. And I'm sure you've had friends that maybe have left a religion and were then vilified. People that were their friends are no longer their friends because they no longer follow this dogma or belief system. But dogma is something we all live within. And we often address it or associate it with religious text or a commitment to a religion. But for instance, I work for a corporation. They have a dogma and they have rules and requirements, and many people follow them blindly, that this is just what it is without question. And oh, you have this requirement, you need to do this, even if it makes no sense, even if it's monotonous and or redundant when you've already answered whatever or written whatever down several times. Some people don't question this. And dogma is also, it's any basically set of beliefs, any rules that we begin following as if they're the gospel. As if all of this is religious text, including corporate rules or cultural rules. For instance, another one is, I need money, I need that Mercedes-Benz. That's what I'm told, that I need to get a Mercedes-Benz. Then I'll be essentially saved. My life will have value and meaning. But you can get that Mercedes-Benz, and for a couple of weeks, you feel cool externally. Look at me. But inside, you haven't changed. You haven't been saved inside. And so it's these thoughts, these paradigms we start living, religious, corporate, culturally. I need the house and the cars. I need the big bank account. I need to work till I'm 70. I need to work my whole life, or I'm a failure. The culture beliefs. You have to have a perfect body. You have to own XYZ. You have to always be aspiring. The curious thing about monks and meditation is they're not aspiring. They're in fact letting go of. And so when you let go of dogma, we get back to a truer self. We get back to a freer self, because the truth is the dogma imprisons us. We don't even know that we're being imprisoned by the bombardment of commercials, by the things that we're constantly being sold and told to be or to want. And dogma is just really then becomes our own belief system on how to navigate conditionally. When you're adhering to the dogma, well, good job. You adhered properly. Again, I work for this corporation, and I'm not a very corporate guy whatsoever. I'm not a big fan of these type of dogma or doing things that I view often silly, but the whole thing I view silly. I remember I had, when I had first started in this industry long ago, we were in a meeting. It's probably a couple weeks in to the job. and we were in a room reading this really serious text, very legalese, heavy-handed language, very serious. And it was so counter to who I was on a natural level that I had to excuse myself because I started laughing. Like I had to go to the bathroom because I found it so absurd. And yet often we adhere to this and say, well, this is truth. I now take on this role and this becomes my truth. I am in this place. This becomes my truth. But these are all conditional truths. They're all temporary truths. And so when we start questioning these, often we just work from sort of an automatic or autopilot compulsion of just following along. This is what we're told. This is the plate we eat from. Shut up and do it. But that isn't who we are. These are just roles we start taking on, dogmas we start taking on, even personas, because we're doing things for conditional reasons. Cause and effect. Like you're a little good boy or a little good girl, you get a reward. But the reward is fleeting and empty. And so the dogma is what keeps us trapped. These beliefs that we adhere to keep us trapped. We must question things. It is the essence of who we are to question, to think about, to ponder. Does this align with who I am? Is this moving in the direction I want to go in? Because if it's counter to who you are or not aligned with who you are, in a freer sense, in a truer sense, whoever you are, whatever your identity is, whatever you view it to be, it isn't this crap that's external that's being put upon you or on me. Food for thought. Hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for listening.